here for Tai Chi today. It's been raining all day today, and there's finally a break. The sun is shining, it feels warm. There are kids playing a couple yards over. I'm currently under an ornamental cherry tree, which I thought you would enjoy for a background. Before we begin our class, please keep in mind that you can do this class seated or standing. Either way works, whatever is better for you. You could also change it up along the way. If you've never done Tai Chi before, this might be a bit of a learning curve, but for those of you who had been doing classes with me before we were asked not to because of the coronavirus, you'll be familiar with some of the moves, if not all of them. With that being said, however, it's been quite some time, so you might be a little out of practice. As a reminder, there are several things we need to remember to do as we're practicing Tai Chi. Remember, the whole point of it is to help you relax and feel better, and maybe even create your own chi or energy. So with that being said, first thing we're going to recap is our breathing. Hands are going to be in front of your belly, about the distance of your head apart, and you're just going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, filling your belly with air. If that's all you do in our class today, I promise you're going to feel better. I promise you. So that's the bare minimum that you absolutely have to do in order to feel better. The other thing I want you to remember, especially if you have shoulder pain, is that the higher you lift your hands, the more your shoulders get worked. So said another way, if you keep your hands lower and closer towards the middle or kind of the width of your chest apart in distance, the shoulders are going to work less, if at all. So when we go through moves like waving hands through the air, you can literally keep your hands at chest level or lower, and it doesn't have to go any wider than as you feel comfortable. So you're going to keep it really small and really low. The same thing is true if we do moves like this. I want you to imagine in your mind's eye, if your hands can only go this high because your shoulders say, that's enough, I want you to imagine in your mind's eye that your hands are way above your head. Close your eyes, imagine it. As you come back down, it will help lengthen through your movements. It's that mind-body connection. As well as rotating outwardly. What do I mean by that? So if we have waving hands to the left and then to the right, think of a sheet of glass that you are cleaning with glass cleaner. I don't want you to take that glass cleaner and take it way out here, hands up high, and arm way out there. Your shoulder's going to get a full workout doing that, and that is not what we want to do. Everything we do should be pain-free, within your own range of motion and your own range of comfort. So just do what feels good. Again, you can sit or you can stand. If you are standing, I need you behind a chair that will not slide, a couch that will not move, maybe a countertop, because that's not going to move. You're also standing on something flat and will not move. So in other words, you could be on a wall-to-wall carpet, you could be on hardwood flooring or your kitchen flooring, but I do not want you on a throw rug. A throw rug will get balled up, it'll get caught up, and it's going to create a trip hazard for you. Also, if you are wearing shoes, let's make sure you don't have to work to keep your shoes on. So said differently, let's make sure you've got heels or backs of your shoes on your feet. If you don't have those and you don't want to get those, then don't. Take your shoes off. Fine with me. If you're wearing nylons, that's going to be slippery, especially if you're standing. So take them off, go barefoot. If you're in nice socks that aren't slippery, that's okay. But again, we're trying to lessen any risk of you slipping while we do this exercise. I want you to be safe. So if you need to change your socks, if you need to take them off, if you need to go barefoot, if you need to change your shoes, go make it happen. And by the time you come back, we're going to get started. What else can I tell you about this class? The whole idea is to help you generate relaxation and energy. That could be felt in those hands. So there will be a time during this class that I'll ask you to assess how your hands feel, and we'll see if there's a difference in those hands at the end of class. Okay, hopefully everybody is ready to go. I am. If you are seated, be comfortable in your seat. If you're on the couch, you may need to come forward, but please be sure if you are on the couch, your back is comfortable and you are supported. That also goes for any big cushy chairs like a lazy boy or a recliner. If you can sit at a chair without arms, that would be ideal. If you could sit at more like a kitchen chair, that's probably the best we can do, knowing that you're in your own home. So if you're seated, you're in your chair and your back is supported. If you're standing, you're behind a chair or something that you can put your hands on. I have my chair over here, which I will use when needed to truly make points. But in the meantime, know that your chair is there if you need it. So I'm going to pretend I have a chair here in front of me, and that's where the chair is. Feet are roughly hip width apart. Hands are going to come next to the sides of the body. We're going to begin our class by lifting our right hand. Bring your thumb across the ball of the hand. Soft hollow fist with your left hand. Bring those knuckles to knuckles. This is our sign of peace, love, and respect for ourselves and for Tai Chi. Hands are going to come down. And we're simply going to start with your fingers. So wide palms and then fist. Wide palm and fist. Wide palm, just fingertips. Let's do that 2 more times. Wide palm and fingertips, and our last one. Hands are going to come down by the sides of your body. We're going to relax your shoulders. I want you to remember nothing needs to be straight and locked. That means bent elbows, soft wrists, soft fingers, soft knees, soft ankles, soft spine. We don't need to practice long, tall posture right now. But it does benefit you to practice posture versus not practicing and slouching. We're going to work from our heads to our toes. Hands are by the sides of your body. And when ready, we're going to gently lift your hands up. Palms to the ceiling. You're going to draw those palms back. Head's going to go back a little bit. Exhale out as you gently push away. Follow those fingers as we lower chin to chest. And we're going to do that again as we bring those hands up. Soft elbows, palms to the ceiling. We're going to draw back. Head goes back. Gently push away. Maybe breathe out. And we lower those hands. Let's do that again. Hands are going to come up for the 3rd time. Palms to the ceiling. We're going to gently draw back. And gently push away, following fingertips down as we lower chin to chest. Next, you're gently going to lift your chin so you can see what I'm going to do. Right hand on top, left hand on bottom. It's like you have a ball. Feet are comfortably underneath you. We're going to turn your right palm to the ceiling, and you're going to follow your fingers as you turn just your chin about 10 degrees to the right, so very small. We're going to bring it back to center and change those hands. Now we're going to follow your left palm to the left about 10 degrees, chin follows, eyes. We're going to bring that hand back in, and we're going to change hands. We're going to follow your right hand a little bit further to the right this time, only if it's comfortable. Eyes follow fingertips, and we're going to bring it back to center and change hands. We're going to take our left palm to the ceiling and follow it a little bit further to our left, turning just the chin. And bring it back in, where we're going to change hands. This is our last time to the right, and we're going to turn that whole trunk, following fingertips, just a little bit to the left, right. We're going to bring it back to center We're going to change hands, and let's follow those fingers to the left, following chin, eyes, fingertips. And we're going to come back to center, and we're going to lower down those hands. Next, we're going to take those shoulders up to your ears and down and forward. Let's do that again. Deep breath up on the way. Exhaling out on the way down. And again, up and down. Let's reverse those shoulders. Nothing is rushed. Inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. This is number 2 out of 3. Oh, that feels good today. Beautiful job. We're now going to gently widen the stance, soften the knees, take a nice deep breath up. Hands are going to go only as high as comfortable. Exhale out, push down, breathe out, eyes follow hands down. We're going to gently sweep up again, inhaling up. We're going to find that ball, right hand on top, left hand on bottom, right hand to the ceiling, left hand to the floor as we reach through the spine. Then we're going to bring that ball back to center, change hands, and reach up left, right hand down, only as far as comfy. We're going to lower and change and take right up, left down. And we're going to lower again. Switching those hands, still holding our ball as we gently open it. Next, we're going to let those hands come back to center as if you have a ball of yarn. Let's open it up. Draw the shoulder blades together and let it come back to center. And gently pull it apart and back to center. Beautiful job. You're going to find your ball. This time, left hand on top, right hand on bottom, working just to the corners of your pelvis. So keeping those shoulders and elbows relaxed. Let's take that ball towards your left hip, where you're going to change hands, and then take that ball towards your right hip. We're going to change hands, and you're going to take that ball to the left as we gently turn, and change, and let's go back to the right. And change. Let's go one more time. Left each side. And change. And last time to our right. And change hands. You're going to bring that ball back to center. And you're going to hold here. Now for this next warm-up activity, I need you to be very safe if you're standing behind whatever it is you are behind. I'm going to grab my chair and bring it over so that you can see exactly what I'm going to do. So hands are on the back of your chair, and we're going to open up through your hips. We're going to transfer weight to your right hip, and you're just going to take your left foot out to the left as you touch down and bring it in. Transfer weight left and take your right foot to the right. Weight goes back to the right, left foot left. You touch down. You are not balancing. Weight's on your left, take your right foot to the right. We're going to bring it in. Now, if you would like, you can keep your hands exactly where they are. They do not have to move. However, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, one or both hands are going to go opposite of your foot. So it can look like this to the right. Hands go right, foot goes left. And in. Then we're going to take your left hand left, right hand right. Or you can take both hands to the right and your left foot left. Again, you are touching down as we transfer the weight. This is called counterbalancing. Hands go left, foot goes right. Good. We're going to do one more just for safe measure. And remember, if this isn't comfortable, you hold on to the back of whatever is your safety net. The next activity we're going to do, or warm-up exercise, is one that involves you to stay behind whatever you're behind, but I'm going to come in front so you can see exactly what my feet are doing. I'm going to show a little bit of leg so that we can keep each leg straight. Now we're going to begin with weight on your left foot. Right foot comes forward, center, and back, and center. We're going to do that one more time. Right foot forward, center, and back, and center. Excellent. Now, just like with the other warm-up exercise, you can challenge yourself. You can keep your hands exactly where they've been. First and foremost, you don't have to change anything. Or you can take one hand back as your foot comes forward. Or you could take both hands back as your foot comes forward. So let's try it with just doing one hand. I'm going to leave my left hand on my imaginary chair, but you're going to hold on to whatever's you're holding on to. Your hand is going to go opposite your foot. So we're going to take your right foot forward, right hand back. Everything comes back to center. And then you're going to take hand forward, foot back, and center. Now if you want to use two hands, you could do that. Hands go back, foot forward, everything center, hands forward, foot back, and center. Excellent. Let's do one more. Foot forward, hands back, everything center, hands forward, foot back, and center. Very nice. Walk it out if you need to. And now let's transfer weight to the right. We're going to start with just your left foot. Forward, center, and back, and center. And this can be a very small stride. We're just opening up through your hip. It does not have to be big. Now, how do you feel about layering in a little bit more challenge? You don't have to, but you can. I'm going to start with my left foot forward, hand back, everything center, hand forward, foot back, and center. This next one I'm adding both hands, foot forward, and center, hands forward, foot back, and center. We're going to do one more. Foot forward, hands back, center, hands forward, foot back, and center. Excellent job. Walk it out if you need to, and breathe. That could be a little intense. Then do me a favor, lift your right knee, then your left knee, and right knee, and left knee, and one more, right, then left. Wonderful. Weight's going to go on your left foot. We're going to work through your ankle. Right toes to the floor, and heel, and toes, and heel, and toes, and heel. Good. You're going to bring your foot in and transfer the weight. Left foot, same thing. Toes down, heel down, toes down, heel down. Last one, toes down, heel down. Good work. Bring your foot in. I'm going to just lower my pant. Let's get a little tighter on my leg. Weight is on your left foot. We're going to take your right big toe to the floor and then right outer heel. Big toe and heel. Last one, big toe and heel. You're going to bring your foot in and transfer the weight. Left foot, big toe and heel. big toe and heel. Last one, big toe and heel. Wonderful work. You're going to bring that foot back underneath you. We have concluded our warm-up. We have worked through every joint in the body, if you can believe that. We just did. Next, we're going to get into our form, or the routine of our Tai Chi. But I want you to do two things for me. The first one is assess how your hands feel. They might be cold, they might be stiff, your fingers may not bend all the way, you might have a lot of joint pain going on, your skin might feel really tight, your fingers might look bluish. Anything is possible. So just make a note of how they feel. Right now, mine look pretty good, but they're cold. They're cold to the touch. So I'm hoping by the end of our session, they will feel warmer. This is done by simply breathing. So let's go back to our breath, which is going to be hands in front of the belly, breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth, and taking nice, slow, deep, purposeful breaths, allowing your belly to expand. When I cue you to breathe, it doesn't mean you're not breathing. It just means I want you to really breathe like how we're going to be practicing to breathe. As you breathe, let's try it for one. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's do it again. 3 is a lucky charm. Hands are going to come forward and down in front of you as we lower down next to the sides of our body. Forgive me as I move my chair so I don't trip on it and I don't get blossoms in my ear. And we're going to begin. Nice and easy. Feet are about hip width apart. You're lengthening through your spine. Hands are down next to the sides of your body. We're going to commence by hands coming up. You're going to breathe for 1. 3 waving hands to the left. And with your waving hands, you do not have to step far, if at all. You simply just need to let your body move, transferring the weight from one side to the other. Hands are going to come down by your right hip as we bring your ball back to center, and breathe. Maiden stopping shuttle left. You're going to step left foot left, hands are going to go left. Gently reach forward, follow through right, then step back right, follow through left. And let's do that on the right side. We're going to step right, hands go right, follow through left, step back left, follow through right, and breathe. Next move, hands are on the back of your chair, weight is on your right foot. We're going to bend your left knee, lift, kick, in and down. Weight is transferred left, pick up your right knee, kick, in and down. Hands are going to come back to center as we breathe. 3 waving hands to the right. Hands are going to come down by your left hip. We're going to bring that ball back to center as we breathe. 3 waving hands to the left. Hands are going to come down by your right hip. We're going to bring that ball back to center as we breathe. Rushing bird's tail left. We're going to step left, left hand on top, right hand on bottom. We're going to lower down your left hand as you bring your right hand up, stroking bird's tail. We're going to let that left hand come back up. Both hands are going to come back down. You're going to gently step back left. We're going to present forward, step forward left, and gently open. As we bring those hands back, we're going to bring that left foot back. This time we're going to push, step forward left, follow through right. Bring the ball back to center and breathe. 3 waving hands to the right. Keep your elbows low and hands low. Hands are going to come down by that left hip. You're going to bring that ball back to center and breathe. Stroking bird's tail right. Right foot forward, right hand on top, left hand on bottom. We're going to let right hand come down, left hand come up as we stroke bird's tail. We're going to gently bring that hand back up. We're going to bring both hands down as we step back right. We're going to present forward, small step right. Weight is going to transfer back as we step back right foot. Now this time, right foot forward, we're going to push, follow through left. Bring that ball back to center and breathe. 3 waving hands to the right. Hands are going to come down next to the sides of your body. You're going to bring that ball back to center and breathe. We're going to do that all over again. Starting from the very beginning, 3 waving hands to the left. Keep your hands low, keep your shoulders happy. Hands are going to come down by that right hip. You're going to bring your ball back to center and breathe. Maiden stopping shuttle left. Step left foot left, hands go forward, follow through right. Step back right, follow through left. And breathe. Next we're going to step to the right, hands go right, follow through left. Step back left, follow through right, and breathe. Next comes that left knee kick, hands on the chair. We're going to pick up that left knee, kick, in and down, transfer weight as we pick up the right knee, kick, in and down, and we breathe. Three waving hands right. Low hands. Hands are going to come down by that left hip. You're going to bring your ball back to center as you breathe. Three waving hands to the left. Hands are going to come down by your right hip. Bring your ball back to center and breathe. We have stroking bird's tail left. Step forward left, left hand on top, right hand on bottom. We're going to let right hand come up, left hand come down as we stroke bird's tail. Let's bring that hand back up the bird. Now both hands are going to come down the bird as we bring that left foot back, small step. We're going to present forward, small step forward left, hands forward. We're going to separate and gently shift weight back as we step back. Next, we're going to push forward, step forward left, follow through right. Bring those hands back to center and breathe. 3 waving hands to the right. Hands are going to come down by your left hip. You bring that ball back to center and breathe. Stroking bird's tail right. You're going to step forward, right foot, right hand on top, left hand on bottom. You're going to let that right hand come down, left hand go up. Stroke bird's tail. We're going to gently come back up with that right hand. Now both hands are going to come down. Transfer the weight, step back right. We're going to present forward, right foot forward. Hands come and open apart as we gently step back right. This time we're going to step right, push forward. Left foot follows. Hands come back to center and breathe. 3 waving hands to the right. Hands are going to come down by your left hip. You're going to bring that ball back to center and breathe. Hands are going to come forward and down as we close. Beautiful job. I wonder how you feel. I can tell you personally, I feel warmer, but it certainly helps that the sun is shining, and I hope you can see me. But my hands are also warmer to the touch, and the color has definitely improved. How do your hands feel? Do they feel warmer? Do they have greater range of motion? Are any fingers sticking? Do you have better color? Do you have any tingles? Tingles as is a good thing, not as in your hands fell asleep. If that doesn't feel any different, then think about how you feel otherwise. How does your brain feel? Do you feel calmer? Do you feel a bit more relaxed? Do you feel a little bit more awake or alert? Hopefully your shoulders are not sore. Hopefully you are feeling much better now than when we started. We're going to go through cool down. And I'm just going to ask you to roll your shoulders up, down, and forward for 2. And then up, down, and back for 2. And we're going to gently take a nice, easy, deep breath up, hands to the ceiling, only as high as comfortable. Deep breath in. Hands come together as we breathe out, push down. Hands are followed by eyes. Oh, there's a hummingbird. I wish you could see him. He's beautiful. He's got a green body with a black throat and a bright red head. He's absolutely gorgeous. Anyways, let's have everybody sit down. So I'm going to grab my chair and you take a seat. Seated, I want you to relax into your chair. Just relax your spine, and if those thighs are tight, or if any other muscle groups are tight, soft hollow hands, excuse me, soft hollow fists with your hands. We're just going to thump wherever you feel tightness. If you're having a hard time sleeping, Try to remember the Tai Chi breathing. It's going to help oxygenate your blood. It's going to help deliver clean nutrients into each and every cell of your body. And that's what your body will need, especially in times of stress or worry, which I can speak for everybody, we're all experiencing. Know that I miss you. I will see you next Monday for Tai Chi at 2:30. We'll do it all over again. Tomorrow morning is Tuesday, so I'll see you then at 11 for gentle stretching and balance. And then Thursday we have our seated Zumba Gold class at 2:30, which will also include balance work. So with that being said, I hope you feel better. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Be well, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.